8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now live.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
And good morning, Greater Westfield. If you're wondering why you're not quite hearing the thing you normally hear on Tuesday morning.
Because he's just pulling up now.
He's just pulling up now. He's officially late. Bob is officially, but that's okay.
We'll play his opening music when he gets here.
In fact, that's a good idea. But to those of you that are not familiar with what you are hearing, that is A Hunt in the Black Forest by Volker. It was played for many
Like
many
50 years or something?
Something about that long on WTIC AM 1080 in Hartford. That was Bob Steele's opening theme. And in fact, when I'm here on Friday morning, we try and play the same thing. Although I haven't been here lately, the real job
is getting in the way.
Well, I hate when that happens, but occasionally it does. But we've got plenty of archived old-time radio in the bank that we hope you enjoy on Friday mornings here. This is JPEG Luca, and I'm sitting in for Bob Plass. Wow, it's Tuesday. It is really Tuesday.
Yeah, it really is Tuesday.
Yeah, and
he's walking across the parking lot now.
He will be here soon, and the reason...
Oh, wait a minute. I have a parking lot shot. Hold on.
The reason that Peter and I show up on Tuesday morning... Oh, I got to get out of the way.
No, there he is.
Oh, there.
Here comes Bob across the parking lot.
There's the reason that
I can actually prove that he's here.
Peter and I are here on Tuesday mornings. As you can see, Bob is carrying in some wonderful Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Good morning, Bob.
Yes, Dunkin' Donuts coffee is on the way. Thank you very much, Mr. Plass. Look at, he's running. He's almost running. So don't run. Don't run with it's dangerous to run with coffee and scissors in your hands. So isn't that right? It's coffee and scissors. Okay.
It is Tuesday morning. Did you do that already?
No, we haven't played your music yet. We played Jay's music.
All right, let's rewind to Mr. Plass.
Okay, ready?
Are we going to play the
I was
music?
already ready.
Yeah, let's play the music.
Oh, wait a minute. Wow! It is Tuesday morning, April 27th, 2021. And it's Tuesday. Believe it or not.
We've established that it's Tuesday already.
I know, but you know, I'll tell you something.
What happened this morning, Bob?
There were 5 cars in front of me at Dunkin' Donuts, which just...
Oh, I noticed 5:30 is tough now.
Oh, my God. Because spring has arrived and every landscaper in the business is lining up. There are like two landscapers in front of me. And so consequently, and they've got a new person on duty, of course, ready for Bob to criticize at every moment. I did not. She was very slow, though. I mean, you know, there's a difference between putting the coffee cup slowly I turn kind of thing.
Well,
so, Bob, in their defense.
It's hot.
Yeah.
In their defense, the new whatever they had for lids or whatever,
yeah.
I was handing a coffee across my body, and the lid popped off in the car.
Oh, I'm telling you.
So I got doused in hotness.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, these lids are something else. When they have to create a separate, what did we call these the other day, the other Tuesday?
It's technically a stopper.
A stopper, the coffee stopper that goes in because they can't find a way to make people happy with these lids.
Well, the old ones with the little flip thing that you'd pop off and then
like
flip backwards
thing.
and
I like the
and
flip
stick.
thingy.
Yeah,
well,
I thought
but
those were good.
But when if you put them in the little hole, and then you'd go and take a sip, and it would pop up out of the hole and whack you in the nose, and that was annoying.
That's because you didn't know how to secure it properly.
No. Also, you know, these
There
are not.
is that, yeah.
I don't know why the health department in America isn't getting at this maker of cups, because they the people who make the coffee or serve you the coffee oftentimes go like this. They put, if you're watching on television, you see it, but on the radio, they put their hand over the lid with their grimy hands, and they press it down, which is the lip at which you are now going to take a sip. So it, there, very nice. Oh, look, yeah. So at any rate, there's my complaint of the morning. Yeah. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hey, look at my tree in the back of my yard.
I like the tree. That's cool.
Actually, those are two trees. Those are actually the apple trees in our backyard that have blossomed this week. And
what kind of apples are they?
Well, I've never seen them. They don't seem to fall. I know they grow them, and James would yell at me that I have not seen the
You don't know what kind of apples they are.
They're tiny apples.
Oh, they're crab apples. Are they like little?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because I used to have a crab apple tree in my backyard growing up, and it used to flower like that.
Is it the color of that pink?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And in my area, we've got a handful where I live now. We've got a handful of flowering cherries. So for about 2 weeks every spring, they just light up pink. And not just in my yard.
What do you think? You're at Washington D.C. or something?
Well, we're trying to make our own little Washington D.C. Yeah.
I was thinking this. If I planted in the side yard where these are, if I had planted more of these trees, then there would be this huge wall of pink.
Yeah,
and
it is cool though.
Sort of like the Spring's Vomit, which is on its way out. Everybody, Spring's Vomit
is leaving soon.
It's leaving soon.
And it will soon be green trees. By the way, if anybody was up and about around 5:30 this morning, as I always am, actually I was out earlier than that.
I know where you're going.
But my goodness,
what
a
supermoon!
Well,
sunrise.
Yeah. Well, first,
not only that, but yeah.
First, I'm heading west, so I see the moon. Just this
supermoon.
Giant moon setting below the trees. Then I look in my rearview mirror, and it's fire red on the horizon. So I turned around, I found a hill, and I went up on a hill, and the looking east was just phenomenal.
Oh man, it looked like Star Trek and Star Wars when they got that moon in that planet or something.
That's cool. Yeah,
that same kind of. Oh God!
Now, if you're a sailor, however, it's red sky in morning. Sailors take warning. And I don't know why, but that's just what.
And what's the other side of that?
Means there's
red
a change
side
in
morning.
Red sky at night. Sailor's delight.
Oh. Okay.
There's a change in weather coming.
Something to do with the weather. If it's to the east and it's a red sky, you can be sure there's storms on the way.
By the way, congratulations this morning go out to our good friend, State Senator John Velas. He got married.
Son of a gun.
And he didn't tell me? He didn't tell us?
No, he had a very small ceremony, and they showed one of their wedding photos. And
that's so cool! Now. Congratulations!
Unbelievable. See, he didn't want the examiner or the. He
didn't want Reverend Bob Plass to come.
Yeah, well, it just means our.
Oh, that's why. Because for years I've been telling him I will marry you, John.
Him, yeah.
I will not. I'm
careful about.
No,
yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wouldn't mind marrying him. He's a good man. He's got a lot of good work, good deeds and stuff.
Well, he has for years been one of the most eligible bachelors in Western Massachusetts.
Yeah,
or in Massachusetts for all that for that matter. So
he's been with his now wife for quite a long time.
Emily, they have been together. Oh God, maybe
years.
6 years, 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, and that's cool. So I certainly wish them both the best. And lots of years together. And
have you talked to her? She's so much fun, and her parents are so.
Yeah, Emily's a sweetheart.
Oh God, she matches him. To two of them, what a couple! Congratulations, John, if you're listening. We love you. And you know who else got married? Is George Delisle's daughter this weekend got married. Denise Delisle married Seth Clark, and in a private ceremony again. And she is our dog sitter as well as being our banker. She's a banker dog sitter. How do you like that?
So is
Seth, her husband.
She's a banker for dogs.
I can show you a picture of her where giving Maggie. Maggie goes in there for treats, so it looks like he's putting a deposit at the bank.
Maggie?
I mean Frankie.
Does,
my
does
God.
Frankie have a girlfriend we don't know about?
Maggie is our former dog, folks. I got a new bed yesterday. Where are you, folks? I got a new bed. It arrived.
And hasn't slept.
I was so excited about getting into bed last night because I said, yeah, I was saying, oh God, the new bed, the new expensive bed.
That's what it is.
Oh my God, they came with their white glove delivery yesterday. They took the old mattress out. They weren't wearing white gloves. Two great guys came and we said farewell to that mattress that has given me such trouble. And so James took we have one of those egg crate things. You know what an egg crate is?
Yeah, it's kind of a
Mattress
foamy
topper.
Yeah,
a mattress topper. And after he took it off, he realized, I think we've been using it upside down all these years. Which way are you supposed to have it? The way you put the egg crates so the little mounds go on top, or you flip it over so it's a straight? Do you know?
I have the official answer to that is whichever you prefer.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, we never tried it the other way because I think we've been doing it the wrong way the entire time.
Clearly, it's not the way you prefer.
No, not the way.
I wasn't going there.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I thought I'd get a great night's sleep. And
Bob, it's like going to a hotel. It takes a while to get used to the bed.
Yeah, and this bed is so wonderful. James, we were in Doolin, Ireland, of all places. It's the folk music capital of Ireland. And we were in Doolin, Ireland, and
Irish
in a B&B.
Capital.
And James was sleeping there. I think I've told you that. And he said, this is the best bed we ever had. Well, it turned out that the bed was made by an American company called Saatva, S-A-A-T-V-A. And it's like one of the 10 best beds in America.
Are they Scandinavian?
No, they're American. It's totally American.
From Scandinavian descent?
Oh God, I never even thought of it. It used to be because at the two double A's, S-A-A-T-V-A.
That would be the giveaway. Yes.
That was my thought.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, but whatever it is, when you lie on the bed, you feel. You know how you get when in the morning you wake up and your
Pretty
muscles.
swanky, Bob. I'm looking at him right now. Did you get the adjustable style?
I got the firm, whatever that is, adjustable.
Yeah, they have the adjustable where you can tilt your head up if you snore.
Oh no, I didn't. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, no. They were too expensive as it was. There went the check from the government. There it went. Right.
Actually,
out the
2,147. I'm looking online. That's pretty cheap for that style of bed.
Oh no. We paid. I thought it was a lot.
We paid that to stay there for a night.
Yeah, no.
No wonder they can afford the good stuff.
Really, I said, boy, this bed and breakfast is doing big business when they can afford a bed like that. I think we paid somewhere in the area. Please pardon the touting of numbers, but I think it was
about 1,000, 1,100.
No, it was about 1,400, 14 or
right.
1,600. Is that right for a good bed? You pay that much money? I've
yeah.
always paid.
Yeah.
Well,
you can pay from $1,000 to $4,000 if you look.
Bob,
around
if you want
enough.
something cheap, you get something cheap.
Oh God. Well, I would. The
Get a
four
Pablo
would be
Pete.
the
It comes from
cheapest.
Austin, Texas, huh?
Yeah,
The company's in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, and they're supposedly made per order, although it only took them a week. I think they had this on a truck someplace, but at any rate. So I slept.
I think they had it on a truck.
I don't know.
It fell off a truck
Jay,
someplace. I could have got it for you cheaper.
Can you still see where I have the bed marks on my face? When I woke up this morning, I was so my body was sinking into the bed. And you know how that is. And when you have your and we got 2 Downy pillows.
See,
besides.
my favorite thing was when Marion and I stayed in a hotel that had one of those, one of the airbed things, and it could be adjustable separately from one side to the other. So I got the remote for her side without her knowing it, and
no.
and kept letting the air out, so she was sinking into the bed on her side. I go, oh, this is great, I'm loving this. Oh, what a great bed! We need to get one of these. And she's going, no, I keep sinking into this thing lower. It's got to leak.
Oh man, have you ever slept on a Magic Fingers bed, like in a motel? You travel a lot. They have these beds. Oh, stop. At least maybe they don't now. Maybe they've given this up, but it was a quarter.
It's a pink room with mirrors on the ceiling.
Well, it probably was the no-tell motel, as far as I know. But it was behind.
And you put coins in it, and it went back and forth.
It went up and down and around, and
I've never seen anything like. I've never experienced anything like that, Bob.
It was
I don't
called
know what
Magic
you're talking
Finger.
about.
Magic Fingers.
I saw it on a movie once. Okay.
I swear. It's the massage. You're supposed to get it on the bed, or I don't know. For 25 cents.
How does that put you to sleep? I don't get it.
Don't ask me. But all I know is that it went on and it went on, and it was like one of those things where you end up saying, please stop, and you can't stop because you've paid the money. I put in like 5 quarters, so I had I was there my body was so,
relaxed.
Sure,
it was.
Relaxed.
Okay.
I was going to use the word limp, but I won't. It's one of those words you don't use, folks. For some, I don't know. Please, let's just move on.
We talked earlier in the morning about Bob Steele and his theme, because if you heard, I'm sure you heard, we played Bob Steele's theme.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And he had a thing that was the word of the day. Every day he would have the word of the day, and he would and pronounce it correctly, and then provide a
my word of the day.
Yeah,
Dubuque.
Who?
Dubuque, Iowa.
That's not a word. It's a name. Well, it's a word.
It is a word.
It is
that's
a word,
okay.
But it's not. It's a proper.
His word of the day could be a proper.
Oh, it could.
But it was
it's
a word.
A word.
Yeah.
Anything coming out of my mouth qualifies as a word.
Oh,
and he would always do this with a very a straight, serious point of view.
Yeah.
And one day that word was flaccid, and he
flaccid.
Flaccid. It's with a hard C because a lot of people do it with a soft C.
Flaccid. That's the way I say it.
Yeah, but there's 2 C's in it, so it would be flaccid.
Oh, all right.
So, and that's how he would, and he would do this completely straight. And
face.
There's people out there just roaring in laughter, going, "How can he get away with that?" Well, yeah, but and this was in the '60s. That I'm a kid. I don't know.
Oh my God.
But thank you, Bob Steele, for putting a little humor into the morning.
He was just being a little mischievous. Not
mischievous.
Not mischievous.
Not mischievous. Yeah, it's mischievous.
It's mischievous. That's our campaign this year.
I used to work for a band called Mischief.
Ah, they were mischievous musicians.
They were, and they played great rock and roll.
Was it a tribute band?
No. But they played rock and roll. It was a cover band. They played mostly covers. This would have been in the early '80s.
Oh, very nice.
We played a lot of small dive bars around Connecticut, and there's some great stories there too. But we won't go there for. It's too early in the morning.
You ought to write a little novel about, or a little memoir sometime.
A memoir.
A memoir.
Stories of the road.
Stories on the road.
No.
Stories on the road.
And we'll call it. Wait a minute. We'll call it.
And that's the bottom line. 'Cause Stone Cold said so.
No, it's because what happens on the road stays on the road.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, stories is we mentioned the word stories, which is very good because today is National Tell a Story Day. Today is National Tell a Story Day.
Oh, you should have Jessica on today.
Yeah, I know it. We could have planned it.
Then she could have forgotten 2 weeks in a row.
Oh my God, Jessica Martin overslept last week, and just slept right through the show.
Just completely forgot. Yeah,
totally forgot.
No, I think Sean kidnapped her for something good. So we'll give her a bye.
All right. So at any rate, that's why she wasn't here last week. Yesterday was James Holman's birthday. My spouse.
Happy birthday, James.
73 years young.
Cool.
Honest to God, if anyone told me...
He's got longevity because he puts up with you.
That is so true.
Bob, you're high maintenance.
Man, I'm high maintenance. So this is what I got him. I got him a book called The Story of Achilles, by Madeline Miller, which is the story of Achilles. And
you're such a heel.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
very good.
very bad.
That's very good. Achilles had a great friend, Patroclus, and so it's that story. It's by Madeline Miller. I got him.
Why is an Achilles heel called an Achilles heel?
It is an Achilles. There's an expression.
Right.
Yeah, that's his Achilles heel. It's
Why
the
is
sore
it
spot.
Why is it called an Achilles heel?
I think he was the hero, and that was the only place he could be defeated.
That's right.
And why?
And the arrow went right into his heel and killed him.
But why?
Why did he? Because the Trojans had come in with the horse into Troy. The man got out of the horse, opened the gates up, and the Trojan War started, and he was killed.
I saw that.
Troy.
It was Monty Python. It wasn't a horse. It was a rabbit. But
well, okay. So what's the answer?
You still haven't described why is it an
answer about
Achilles
the
heel? Why is it an Achilles heel?
That's the expression, Achilles heel.
Right, but there was a myth or a legend as to why his heel was vulnerable.
Oh, I know, because he was dipped in the river. The river Styx.
That's
something like that. And his mother was holding him by the ankle.
His mother's holding him by the heel, so the heel was the only thing that didn't get anointed by the river, I guess.
Aren't you the brainiac? Honest to God.
No, it was just a guess.
Oh man. Well, okay. So I got James the story of Achilles. I got him a bag of clementines. I got him.
I like clementines.
Yeah, he loves clementines. I got him a mocha caramel latte, iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. I got him roses, 12 red roses, and I got him. I gave him a cookie. What do you call it? An oatmeal cookie that somebody had given us. That's no marijuana, incidentally, in it or anything like that. No, just a plain old cookie. On his birthday, he needs to be able to read the cards that come in. And then there was one other thing that I got. Oh, I cooked him a bolognese, everyone. Yeah.
Bolognese.
Bolognese.
Time for another word of the day.
Yeah.
Bolognese.
And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Why is there music in
I love that music, incidentally.
Sounds like something. It sounds like something that Disney would have in the background, and then I just realized
Raindrops
it is.
Roses.
Yeah, it's Rodgers and Hammerstein.
This is what I got, James. I got raindrops on roses and whisk. I got him all of those. Those are my favorite things.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Oh, what great timing. Okay, that was...
Oh, I love that song.
I could pull the vocals in and out, so...
Oh, man.
Okay, very nice.
It's my favorite song of all time.
I want one of those boxes, by the way. That's a cool...
Yeah.
It's part of Virtual DJ.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh, now you're just playing.
Oh, God. So lovely. Julie Andrews, we love you. So at any rate, I'm going to play a lot of story songs today, but they're all very long. And who's the king of rock story songs?
Bruce Springsteen?
No.
Harry Chapin.
You are absolutely right.
I knew the answer, so I couldn't say.
Yeah.
He's certainly not the only one, but in the 70s, he pretty much owned that particular
genre.
You didn't even know we were going to play a Harry Chapin song, but
I did not.
This is a wisdom Harry Chapin song, not a story song, so I probably shouldn't be playing it. But I loved this song when I was looking for a story song. So it's called "Circle" by Harry Chapin. This was from his first album. It's great. Do you know the song "Circle"?
Circle?
About life being a circle.
Oh, yes.
Is that right?
Oh, of course.
Oh, it's so great. All right, here it is.
All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. It seems like I've been here before. I can't remember when, but I got this funny feeling that I'll be back once again. There's no straight lines make up my life, and all my roads have bends. There's no clear-cut beginnings, and so far no dead ends. I've found you 1,000 times, I guess you've done the same. But then we lose each other, it's just like a children's game. But as I see you here again, the thought runs through my mind. Our love is like a circle, let's go round one more time. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the night time till the daybreak comes around. All my life is a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon goes through the night time till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. All my life's a circle, there's sunrise and sundown.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtsBeat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday morning, April 27th. Where did the month of April go?
Where did this year go?
Oh, my
Good
God.
God.
Yeah, everything came and went and whatever. Oh, and we don't have to pay our taxes until May 14th, I guess, right? I already paid mine,
Mine were done in January.
I pay mine a little bit every week, you know, and then if I get really, 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 really lucky, I get some of it back in this time of year.
Look, I always wanted to do that. You sort of pay, you divide your year up, or you pay every...
No, in this
well, I have a real job, so, you know.
Oh, I get it.
You know, they don't give me a choice.
They bleed you dry with little cuts.
Yeah, isn't that funny? I never ever thought that was what was happening.
Yeah, well, they do give me a choice. I can decide how much I want withdrawn from my pay or withheld from my pay each week. You know, but
and you do that by claiming the number of claimants.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
gotta
always
change my state one.
Yeah, I always tell them to take a little bit more because the last thing I want is to have to get to this time of year and go, oh, yeah. I owe you money.
Did they make a rule that you can't now claim yourself, or or
can always claim
zero.
yourself.
It doesn't change the amount of taxes you owe. It changes the amount of taxes
That you
withheld.
Withheld, yeah.
So it's just a matter of
Listen, I need all the money withheld because if you give it to me, I'm going to spend it.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
that
I'm
the
kind of
truth?
like that too.
You know,
Look,
I mean, like
take it out.
if it's there, oh no.
No.
Hey, I was watching. This is the first year. You won't believe it, but this is the first year that I have not seen the Oscars. I did not watch the Oscars. First time in 54 years.
I stopped
folks.
when it got all political.
Oh, really? Oh,
When it became super political, I said, this
well,
is
it was the
ridiculous.
only way that it was going to make it enjoyable for me is if somebody makes a political statement and then you can talk about it, because it's nothing. There are only 4 big awards, and you know, the director, the film, maybe 5 or 6. The actor, the actress, supporting actor, and supporting actor.
Apparently,
so
they were all at
that's
the end too.
So
six-
how long?
six.
How long does the Oscar program last?
Three hours.
No, go back.
A 3-hour tour.
Oh, back years ago, it could be 4 hours for all we know. I mean,
Well,
I remember.
No. I mean, it starts in the afternoon with the red carpet and the interviews.
Oh,
Just go back to a typical one, right?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
So you could easily, if you cared, and I don't.
No.
If you cared, you could easily lose your Sunday. It's like the Super Bowl of movies, right?
Oh.
Of movie things. So if you wanted to, you could lose your whole Sunday.
Jay, you know what? There was such freedom last night, or 2 nights ago, when I said, I'm not watching this. We're going to watch. We'll
What did
watch.
James say?
I have a night
He
off.
said, he's absolutely right with it. He can't stand award shows at all. But particularly the Oscars is just so boring. And even worse this year, they didn't even have, they had it in a train station. And it was lovely the way they set it
train
up. I mean,
station?
from what I looked. Yeah.
Well,
it's the train station.
that was one of the settings.
Yeah.
They were all over the world, and they using technology.
Did you watch it, Jay?
No.
Oh, no. Peter, did
Somebody
you?
told
No.
me it was all over the world.
No.
Well,
Here's what I said about the Oscars.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
and instead
Thank you, Peter.
And instead of watching it and the whole thing,
Thank you, Peter.
you can just wait till the next morning and see the highlights, and that's about 10
Well,
minutes.
you know what I
So,
did? You watch, go online and watch Regis and Kathy Lee. What is it? Kelly and Ryan. They have an after Oscars show. They had all the important speeches, including Tyler Perry, who won the Jean Herschel Humanitarian Award. Lovely, and there it was, all out, and I saw it, and that's that. But
Listen, when he stopped being able to do the red carpet thing, where they kind of the fashion police thing, when that became controversial to like give critique on fashion,
yeah.
I was like, this is just it's just stupid at this point.
Well, they
Because it was funny. Oh my God,
Oh,
it used
no.
to be so funny when they did the fashion.
Yeah,
police.
yeah. They had last night. They had the best dressed people, but they talked about the best dressed people on Ryan and Kelly, but they didn't talk about the worst dressed people. And
those are the ones that are fun.
oh my God, you want them to look like a swan or a paper bag or something.
Can't do that anymore. That's offensive.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay. All righty.
If you don't want to be called on it, don't wear the paper bag.
No, that's true. So you know what we did while instead of watching?
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're gonna go out there and you're gonna have some fashion designer put this thing on you. Don't you look in the mirror?
Well, you'd think they would, but
I mean, I'll admit I'm not the one. I'm not any kind of fashion plate, and I'm not one to say, "Look, I'm well dressed." But I do have to go out and talk about people getting married. I got a wedding I got to go to in another month or so, and I got to go out and buy what I call a marrying.
Here we
and
go.
burying
These
suit.
are supposedly some of the worst dressed.
Oh, really?
Look okay to me.
That
What's up with those nails?
No. Billie Eilish for the radio folks, Billie Eilish has got her regular two-tone hair, and it's a white furry thing that's too big, and she's got who is that? Coco Chanel. It's 2 C's there on the side. She's wearing.
How do you know who all these people are?
Well, that's Billie Eilish, and then I don't know. Oh, Laura Dern is at the end. She's wearing something that looks her brassiere area looks like.
Those were last year. They don't even put out the worst.
No, these are last year. Did they put them up this year at all?
Hold on, I'm working on that right now.
I don't know who the two women are in front. At all. But Laura Dern has this thing that sort of looks like an old Victorian lamp that is up in the, doesn't it?
Well, either that or it looks like it's dripping something.
Yeah. But you would tell me if I went out of the house looking
No,
that
I
way.
wouldn't. I'd let you go.
All right, here's 2021.
Okay. These are the worst dressed?
Best and worst.
Best and worst.
Which are which?
Okay.
The guy all the way on the left with this bright pink suit, that doesn't do it for me.
He's wearing a fuchsia
magenta.
Suit. That's David Olawalo, who I think won for Judas and the Black Messiah. And then there's Zendaya, who's supposedly one of the best dressed of the evening. Now, this is the example that
I like that yellow dress. I like that.
Oh, I don't like the midriff. That's
the big thing.
It's like a big thing. You show your midriff. You show your stomach.
If you got it, show it.
Oh, my God.
Well, I got it, but I don't want to show it.
Yeah.
The girl in the middle,
that's Amanda.
that's almost like
Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, that's a classic look almost. That's almost a throwback.
It is a throwback kind of thing, except for the deep plunging
No, that was
V
a
to
big thing back in the day.
You could never wear that in the
60s?
40s. No. Well, maybe the 60s.
Who was the first to do that down to her navel?
Well, Barbra Streisand had a see-through thing one year. Viola Davis's is really lovely. It's a white thing that looks like it was paper cutouts.
I like that, yeah.
And
very
then
nice.
Basic black.
And then,
black
that's
and gray.
Riz Ahmed, who's wonderful in The Sound of Metal, incidentally. So at any rate, I got to say what we did during the Oscars was we watched Promising Young Woman. One of the nominated movies, and I got to say it won for best script, best written script, original script. It's a really disturbing movie, I got to say, but also thrilling, and Carey Mulligan is just wonderful. It's about the effects of an assault on a woman when she was young and how she takes her revenge. She's a very smart woman, and she takes her revenge in a very interesting way. And you'll see in the movie, I'm not going to tell you more than that, other than the fact that she wasn't the person who was raped. It was someone else. And so, anyway, that was real interesting to watch. But I seem to see most of the movies that were nominated this year, and I got to recommend Nomadland. I think I told you that. Watch Nomadland. Watch My Octopus Teacher, which won Best Documentary. Oh, the cartoon, the animated feature, Soul, which is about life and death. And it is really wonderful. And the little characters that Disney and Pixar creates.
By the way, I have a story behind
really
Soul.
You do?
Yeah, you know the club that he plays in, if you've seen the movie? There's a club that he plays in.
Yeah, it's like the Blue Note or something.
It doesn't exist anymore. It closed in the mid-'80s. So a friend of mine has an online store where he makes rock and roll themed T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And other apparel. And he got the logo for that. He found it online. He found that there was no copyright for it. So he started making apparel for it. And when the movie came out, he sold a ton of it. So he got this. Somebody had ordered a big wall art thing of it. And it didn't come out right. And he got an email from the guy saying that, it didn't come out right. So he says, yeah, just keep it. We'll get you a new one, no problem. No cost, no nothing.
Right.
So come to find out, that was the children of the owner of that club. And and they said we were so happy with your customer service that we are putting it out in the groups that still miss that club and things like that on social media, that you are our official supplier of logo apparel and items around that logo, and he said their sales took off on that logo.
Cool.
Because they kept
terrific.
the memory alive. They knew it wasn't copyrighted.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, but they made him the official go-to place, and they put the links up for his store and everything.
Wow. Well, that story is worth rewatching the movie just to see the. I think it's the Blue Note. I'm not sure, but
Blue
I think,
something. Yeah.
I think it might be Blue Note. But
If you want to go find it, it's called the shop is called Mad Apple.
Blue suede shoes.
Mad
blue
Apple shop.
Christmas.
Mad Apple. Okay. I also want to recommend One Night in Miami, which was wonderful with Leslie Odom Jr. as Sam Cooke. It's a really great exploration of race in America, and it's really lovely. And did I say My Octopus Teacher, the best documentary that you'd want to see about?
You had an octopus teacher?
This guy did in the south of Africa, and
What do you
became
teach
friends.
about octopuses?
Octopuses teach you a lot about. Well, this movie teaches you about how to establish a relationship.
With an octopus?
Yeah, he has this terrific relationship with the octopus. It's a real story. I mean, like you see their relationship, and you see it grow from nothing to well, you'll see in the movie. You got to.
The only thing I know about octopus is if you take off one arm, it grows another. That's the only growth I know.
It's exactly right. And in that movie, it actually happens, believe it or not. And you'll see the little
An
hand being
octopus
grown
teacher.
and whatever. But
You have my attention.
oh yeah, you've got to see it. And they're all online, incidentally. I also watched a great opera this weekend. I would talk about movie and
You've been
culture.
busy.
Holy mother. Fidelio, it's Beethoven's only opera. Oh, God, the strangest plot in the world. This woman wants to save her husband who's in prison, so she disguises herself as a man, and somehow she gets herself married to the owner of the warden of the prison, so that she can go down into the cells in the dungeon where her husband is. And she marries the daughter of the warden. She goes down there. She saves her husband. She then reveals herself as a woman. The other woman is really sad, but incidentally, the man who put the guy in prison was a guy who's a bad guy. And by the end, everyone's happy, and that's it.
Have I mentioned how cool the moon looked this morning?
Hey, it's time for another story, everybody. Here's a great one about. First, I'll tell you a story about me and Bobby McGee. Bobby McGee came from the pen of Chris Christopherson, and Chris Christopherson is one of. Did you know that Chris Christopherson went to Oxford? He is a brilliant man. He went to Oxford, and but then
I thought he drove a truck. Oh no, that was Convoy.
No.
Oh,
He
sorry.
was he actually got connected to the record company Columbia Records by being the janitor in the at Columbia Records, and he was introduced to the producer, who asked him to write a couple of songs, and he wrote some songs, and when they put out an album, and the first album flopped, and then suddenly the producer came into a room and said, "Hey, got a great title for you. We just hired a woman, and her name is Bobby McKee, McKee. And I just thought me and Bobby McKee would make a great song." Well, Chris may be a little hard of hearing. He heard Bobby McGee. And so he wrote the song, Me and Bobby McGee, and really great. You can see it in this great documentary, another series by Ken Burns I've been talking about. I've been watching slowly. Ken Burns' Country.
You're not even playing the most famous version of this,
I'm not playing Chris Christopherson's version. I'm playing one that's shorter.
Well, there's a Janis Joplin,
Oh,
too.
I know. I love Janis
That's the one
Joplin.
I
But
know,
I want to play. Well, you got to hear Johnny
I want to
Cash.
hear it because I've never heard this before.
Well, then play it.
The interesting thing about this is Johnny Cash is live in Denmark, but it makes you listen to the lyrics
As opposed
much
to-
more than Janis Joplin.
As opposed to Dead in Denmark?
Yeah.
All right.
Play the darn song.
Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for the train, feeling about as faded as my jeans. Bobby flagged the diesel down just before it rained. took us all the way to New Orleans. Then I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With the windshield wipers flapping time in Bobby's hand and mine, we finally sung up every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Yes, it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, while Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me, for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines in Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I'd done. And every night she'd keep me from the cold. And then one day near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. And I trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, while Bobby sang the blues. And feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, and advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday. It is April 27th, 2021 and counting.
And Peter...
Look who's joined us.
Peter, does she have a name yet?
Betty.
Betty.
That's what they call her around here.
All right. So,
Betty.
So Betty...
Look at we've got the half of a mannequin folks on the radio sitting next to us.
Well, she's
grown a mustache, too.
She's standing between us. She's rather short.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's wearing the Westfield Tigers T-shirt, right?
The mustache was courtesy of Lynn O'Brien.
From
the Bobby G and Company show.
Uh-huh.
When that first came in here, they had it just inside the door in the middle room between the hallway and the studio. Mm-hmm. And I opened the door, and this thing's looking up at me, and I just stopped stone cold. And it's still, when I open the door, somebody puts it in a place that she's staring at me, and it bothers me.
There is a certain... as I describe it, she has the face of that woman that used to serve me. Oh God. It's like Chucky. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the Dark Shadows.
Oh my God, you know that.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oh.
Bobby G uses that for his
does he?
For his B&T segment.
Oh my God! It's the beginning of
and
Dark
she's
Shadows.
moving. She's moving just right to the song.
Yeah.
Did you know the interesting thing about Dark Shadows is that this probably explains why I never got a job. One of my acting acting teachers in New York was the director of Dark Shadows. His name
No
was,
kidding, really?
Yeah,
You
Peter.
need to talk to Bob Goff about it because that's one of his favorite.
Peter Miner, Miner, and he used to race home from teaching back in the 60s, in 1967, 68, to watch this. And it was did you ever watch Dark Shadows?
I know Dark Shadows. What was it? And what was
Barnabas Collins.
Barnabas Collins. Yes.
Colin Wood, and Joan Bennett, the actress, the really lousy movie actress, was a really lousy TV actress. But they, you know,
it was so cheesy. It was
so cheesy.
Oh.
Like Doctor Who.
Yeah. The best part was when when Barnabas became a vampire, he was bit by a bat.
That's how you become a vampire.
Yeah. And rather than
be bit by a vampirus.
today they would
that would work.
Would animate a bat that would come in and really look live and everything. This was a little toy on a string.
Yeah.
Honest to God. And it is so, you got to watch, if you ever want a laugh, watch this. And they're really kind of engaging, to tell you the truth.
Oh, once you start watching,
God.
It's like the original Doctor Who. The monsters are so bad, you can't look away. You have to keep watching.
Yeah. Actually, then Dark Shadows, I don't think started as a vampire kind of story, but I think he had to do something because it was really kind of crazy. It was about a woman who was a governess and goes to Collinwood to take care of the little child, David Collins. And then it was going to be like a gothic mystery, but then they got a werewolf in it, and they got a ghost angel.
The original X-Files.
Oh, God.
It's not far off.
Oh, my God. It was really...
Yeah,
and
so Bobby Goff really likes that show.
Yeah, and then they would go back in time, and they would do another whole story. So they went back to 1800s, and the characters now play other people. The real characters that you've watched all this time are now playing other people who are part of the Collins story or whatever. I think they even did a Western part. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. There it is. It looks like I'm being served at Dunkin' Donuts by that bee-faced woman.
Stop it.
There she is. Oh, let's play another song. Okay. Hey, today, everybody, is National Storytelling Day. So here is a sweet song by, I think I'll play the group. Let's play the 657 song, which is Wondrous Stories by Yes. Can you tell me anything about Yes?
Yes was a
one of the best
wonderful.
harmonies, yeah.
Oh, they were a kind of an off the beaten path group in the 70s, but caught the top 40 airways with Roundabout. But all of a sudden, everybody wanted to hear Yes and see Yes, and John Anderson had a unique voice that everybody loved.
Well, and the harmonies, all four members of the band, the harmonies are out of this world.
Yeah, and one of the best keyboard players, save for Keith Emerson, was Rick Wakeman. Back in the 70s.
Part of that?
Rick Wakeman was a part of Yes for many years.
Doesn't Rick Wakeman do a version of War of the Worlds?
No, you're thinking of yeah, right. It fell out of my head.
Is it Wakeman?
Jeff Wayne.
I got it. Okay. Well, they were one of the most influential and longest-lasting progressive rock bands. They won a Grammy Award and received 5 Grammy nominations. They were ranked number 94 on the 100 greatest hits of hard rock. So 21 studio albums. And they were inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And this is one of my favorite songs by them.
This is their song, Wondrous Stories. Fabulous.
I woke this morning, love laid me down. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com. Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Tuesday morning, everybody. Wow. And if you want to find out things that are happening at Westfield Creative Arts at 105 Elm Street in downtown Westfield, we are getting back to speed. We've got a lot of great things happening down there, courses and classes that you can sign up for. And hopefully with as we open up, look at this. She walks on stage and there are applause. It's applause.
Good morning, Janine.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have
Janine.
to know, I have to know what's up with your friend in the middle of you.
Betty? That's Betty.
That's Betty.
Oh,
Betty.
She's our shop assistant.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
Nice.
We're trying to figure out who she likes more. I think it's Bob.
It's really creepy, to tell you the truth.
They put it out in the hallway, and it's been staring in one of our shots.
This is why I jumped the fence.
No,
She doesn't even have arms either. I mean, like, this mannequin doesn't have arms.
We're not sure where she came from, but the first time she
Fashion
showed up,
department here, do they
she
have a
scared
fashion-
the heck out of me when I opened the door.
No, they came from across the hall. They've been using it to test positioning of T-shirts and stuff when they screen print. So that's what they used to check.
Okay.
So they moved it. They didn't have room over there, so they moved it to the hallway right outside the studio, and it was looking in the window.
Oh.
And then it became in the studio.
You only have to worry if you put it away and then it comes back on its own. That's
Correct,
when you have
yes.
to start to worry.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. This is really creeping me out. It's really creeping me out. The eyes follow me. Oh, my God. It looks like the eye, like those statues or those...
Do you know how
my mother had
yeah,
something.
You look at the painting and the eyes
painting,
follow
she
you as
said
you walk across
Jesus
the room.
will follow you across the room if you,
Yeah. Now, do you know how to do that, by the way?
No,
one of our haunted house secrets. Actually, Disney in the Haunted Mansion down at Disney does this very well. Can I give away a secret of the Haunted Mansion?
Why not?
Janine. Yeah, can I do that?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
There's
I'd love to know.
a few of the secrets, and if you've been through that, there's a whole hallway you go through, and with a series of paintings on the wall, and every painting has eyes that follow you.
Oh yeah.
And it's they do it probably better than anybody, and they hide how they do it. But all you have to do is take an old painting nobody cares about,
Right.
and what you're going to do is cut the eyeball very carefully out of the eyes, out of the eye socket, and you set it back about 1/4 inch from the eye socket. And then if you're good at this, and so that it's just a little bit deeper, think about that. And the illusion you will get as you pass the painting is that the eyes are following you. And
Wow.
it's a perfect
Very
Halloween
brilliant.
gag.
Oh, my God.
So there's your secret for the morning.
That's cool.
Unbelievable. Well, Janine Queenan, you're sitting in another room in your house, right? You've traveled to another room in your house.
It's just one without a painting.
It's one without a picture behind me.
Oh, okay. Usually you have some travel thing behind you, and now you've just gone straight, beautiful. What
Blue.
color is that? Is that a blue? It's
Navy
great.
blue.
Navy blue. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, and you're in your office?
I am in my office.
I get you. And Janine's office is from storiedadventures.com, everybody, if you want to know.
That's a good segue.
It's a rather storied office.
Storiedadventures.com, where you can learn all about travel, and you are a travel management company. Is that correct?
Yeah, travel concierge, travel specialist, travel wizard.
The go-to.
I like the wizard.
How about the go-to?
I like that too.
Yeah, the travel wizard. I like that because sometimes trying to figure out what you're going to do on vacation can be a puzzle and daunting. So sometimes I think I need a wizard to help me through this project. Yeah.
I said to someone the other day, just because it's complicated doesn't mean it has to be hard. If it's complicated, then I can help you, and it's not hard for you at all.
Very good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Would you say that most people really don't know how to travel? I don't think my mother.
Be careful how you answer now.
Right. No, I do think people know how to travel. I think that what happens though when the trips start to get complicated or a lot of people are involved in it, especially when you have a trip of a lifetime, like your dream trip.
Yes.
It becomes very stressful for people.
Because you want to do
it is
everything.
Complicated. Yes.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
You want to book every minute. You want to, and then you're right.
You don't want to miss anything is the big thing.
Yeah.
Right. Or even if you don't, and even if you want to take a more relaxed approach, like say going on an African safari is your dream of a lifetime. There's a lot of moving parts that go into that. So people will come to me because they don't want to spend 100 hours putting that together, and they want someone who already has experience and can guide them. So I'm a guide. I'm more of a guide. Right. But I do obviously I do all the bits and pieces. I book everything. I do all of it, working with the person. But what I really want to do is take the stress off them and make it an enjoyable experience.
I really think that travel teaches, because for me, every moment that you're on a trip, you're having to make decisions right and left, and usually on the spot. And a lot of times people don't get, that's tiresome in a way. Where are we going? What street is this? Where am I? What does that word mean? Who is that person over there? Is that the man I talked to? Where is the tour bus? Oh my God, I missed the boat. I'm like, where, what do I do now? I left my passport on the bus. Am I supposed,
What do you do?
Are those all things, Bob, that have happened to you? I'm just curious.
Yes, we know that's the case. What do you do if you miss the boat, by the way?
Well, so it depends on what you're doing. So if you're with a group, a planned group, the person leading the group should make sure that you don't miss the boat. But if you're on your own, then you're kind of out of luck. So say you're going on a cruise and you miss the boat. If you were working with me, I would work really hard to get you to the next port so you could meet that boat.
So you get a flight, a taxi, where you swim, whatever it is. You got to get there
there.
Yeah.
Sure,
but if you were in Greece and you were leaving a port in Greece to go over, let's say, to Dubrovnik or Istanbul or someplace, you then you're not gonna just get on a train, and it's going to take you a long while to get over there. How are you going to meet a boat? I mean,
well, you'd have to fly. You'd have to find a way. I mean, the bottom line is don't miss the boat because they won't wait for you. I mean, they won't. Like if you're on a cruise, they will not wait.
So are you saying that you should, if you're on a cruise, take advantage instead of saying, okay, I'm going to go off on this town and walk around and everything, but I'm going to do it on my own and not pay the money to take the tour that the cruise ship is sponsoring?
Don't miss the boat.
Don't miss the boat. I mean, first of all,
don't get off the boat.
So it depends on who you are as a traveler and as a person. Right now, cruise lines are requiring, if you want to take an excursion off the boat, you have to be with the boat's excursion. And they're doing that. They're not up and running yet, but that's what they've been talking about, to keep sort of the bubble of the boat instead of allowing you to go. So
instead
in the past,
of bringing on the virus, I see.
And doing your own thing. So in the past, you could hire a private tour guide to pick you up, which I have done, I've done with my family. They pick you up at the boat and then you're just your own group. But they're talking about not allowing that, and probably not forever. Because, the excursions off the boat are different sizes. It can be a giant bus. It depends on what you are interested in, and it might not be exactly what you're looking for. Yeah. So I'm always open to looking for new experiences and that fit the traveler versus fitting the traveler into the existing experience.
I think that sometimes people think that, okay, I paid for the cruise ship and I got the plane, I got this great deal. They're going to put me on a cruise ship, they're going to fly me over, and then they're going to fly me back. And there will be no more expenses.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. So So there are cruise lines that include, it's soup to nuts. So it's all, it's all inclusive. But the mass market cruise lines, the Holland Americas, the Royal Caribbean, it is not. Everything is extra. So
and they don't let you get off the boat until you pay.
Well, you pay the cruise, but then your drinks are all extra. Unless you get it, sometimes they have deals, whatever, but all of your excursions are extra, all of them. So it's actually quite costly at the end. And sometimes it's worthwhile to look and pay a little bit more upfront. And because if you look at it soup to nuts, it's not equal.
Now, I see here in the U.S., I'm getting a lot of brochures now for like cruises, the old paddle wheeler up and down the Mississippi. That's intriguing to me because kind of harks back to 150 years ago. And it
I think that one's
maybe
cool
gives
too,
you
Jay.
the feel of the old Mississippi riverboats.
And they just put it's American Steamship Authority. I think that's the name of it. American Steamship. They have just put a whole bunch of new boats. On the water.
Oh, there are more than
Isn't Viking coming into the United States too? Viking cruises, they've started coming into the U.S.
You know what? Honestly, Pete, I don't know. Sorry, that's not a very good travel advisor, but I do not know that for a fact. But if you've read that, I'm sure that it's true. It is a great market to get into.
Yeah, because river cruising has never been popular in the United States. It's always been Europe. But I mean, the United States has monster rivers that can accommodate boats like that.
Right.
And the Mississippi is one of them.
With some amazing stops.
And it's a
amazing
small
destinations.
boat. And they're small boats, considering the 3,000 passenger ocean liners.
8,000. Some of the biggest ones now. Majesty of the Seas with crew.
Can't imagine that.
8,000 people, but they're like to 300 people on a cruise like that.
Right, and some aren't even that big, Pete. Some of the European cruises, it's 110 or.
Those
really,
Hurtigruten cruises, the Hurtigruten Norway cruises tend to be under 200.
But when I look at the pricing for them, they tend to be, at least on the surface, look pricey compared to the big boats. Are they? And or is it when you look at the whole thing and all the excursions and everything they're include? Is it not as bad a deal as it seems?
So I don't think it's a bad deal at all, Jay, because it includes all of your food, all of your drinks, all of your excursions. Like really, it is, depending on which cruise line you go on, which river cruise, it is a little bit higher end. Some of them are, but they do have more moderate price. Like Viking, for example, you can go on a Viking cruise at a reasonable price. There are a couple different brands, and just like every travel product, there are more moderately priced versions, and then obviously more luxurious. But the thing is, a lot of them are almost either all-inclusive or close to all-inclusive. And that really makes a big difference, especially I know not everyone drinks, but if you do enjoy wine or whatever, that adds a significant amount of money to your bill on a cruise ship.
A wine would be $10 a glass or something. I mean,
Easily.
Yeah. Oh,
so the river cruises, a lot of the river cruises include your drinks and your food, and they have really wonderful chefs, and just the experience is completely different. And like I said, the excursions make a big difference, and they're all included on the river cruises.
I love the idea of still exploring our own country before. Great. The world is wonderful, but exploring the U.S. Is just an awful lot of places that I would love to see here. And there's still places I've been that I am just awed by.
I'm still in for a Route 20 trip cross country. And I know the guy that wrote the book Historic US 20, he's been documenting. He's going to do it's a 1-month trip all the way across the U.S. and he's got stops in for places he wants to get the Historic US 20 signs put up. And he's been documenting his trip across country. We've had him on a couple times now.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, you think about the things that were on, historic Route 20 or the old Route 66. The giant ball of string. There's a town that's famous for having things that are just nowhere else, like a giant toothbrush. Yeah, people go there to see the giant toothbrush. Yeah, who that's just Americana right there.
Well, I like designing a tour. Let's say, let me do the wineries in New York State. Okay. Right. And
you could get lost doing that.
Or we could even do it. You could take a weekend and do the wineries here in Massachusetts, I suppose.
Mass or Connecticut,
Right? What are some other things that you could plan a tour around wine, plan a tour about?
Breweries. You could go breweries. You could do... you could do a food tour without any alcohol involved at all. There are so many amazing restaurants. I think one thing that has been really highlighted in this past year, exactly what you said, Jay, taking a look at where you can visit in the United States. So people think about the big trips, going to Europe, going to Asia, et cetera, but because we've sort of been forced to look internally, people are really rediscovering the United States. A lot of the national parks. Hawaii is hot. I'm sure you've all seen that there are no rental cars in Hawaii. But
yeah, that's a big story right
now. South. Oh, it's a huge story.
People are renting U-Hauls to get around the island, and nobody can move now.
I know, it's amazing. There is a way to go without a car, though.
No, you know what it is I read the story is that all these rental car companies sold. That's why I got a great deal on the car that I bought. I bought it from Enterprise cheap because during the pandemic, they unloaded their inventory of cars, and now you can't get a car. Like it hasn't caught up yet, and now they can't buy any new cars, so their inventories are very low right now.
Right. But there are ways. So it is nice to have a car when you're in Hawaii, but you can also get around. Especially if you want to join, activities and work with companies there to go on, like the Road to Hana in Maui. Like it's nice to drive with a guide for that because it is kind of a challenging ride. So there are a lot of opportunities that you could get around by hiring somebody or joining a group excursion or something like that. So there is a way to do it.
Yeah.
It's not as convenient, but it's certainly doable.
Yeah. I found a great article. There's the New York Times Travel Dispatch that I get every week. And it comes with my subscription. I don't know how, but I get this travel thing. Comes in my email. And it had all these stories. And one of the stories was about the rental car crush, etc. And why don't we take a break? We can come back and we can maybe talk about what to do to make your rental car experience a little bit better. I also want to get into some of the news that is happening in the world of travel, which is really exciting. So we're playing some story songs today. And can you name a story song by Johnny Cash? I played him earlier in the program, but Johnny Cash was so influential in country music in terms of, once he got his act together, he had a television show. And on that television show, he combined country. He had Bob Dylan on. He would have people that were not part of country. And by doing that, he enlarged the viewership as well as getting new people to experience country music in a way. And it exploded after Johnny Cash had his TV show, actually. But what's your favorite Johnny Cash story?
A Boy Named Sue.
My God, you don't even know that. Boy Named Sue is correct.
Folsom Prison Blues.
He plays this at the Folsom Prison. Actually, I'm going to play the recording when he goes to Folsom Prison. And it really gets the crowd going. The interesting thing about the song is that it really tells a story, and it has a good moral attached to it.
Right. Don't name your kid Sue.
Well, you'll see. Let's hear the song. Listen to it as if you're listening for the first time, and I think you'll have a good time.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat a dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beard. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun. I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I know I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong." Yeah. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue." Yeah, well, what could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him a pa and he called me a son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, any damn thing but Sue. I still ain't that thing. Yeah.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield. Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies, rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday. It is April 27th, 2021 and counting, and we're having a great show today.
Did you like that thing I put up, that graphic I put up?
Oh, yeah, you proved me wrong. It wasn't Folsom Prison. Oh, he did do something at Folsom,
the Folsom Prison Blues.
It
was a song that he did.
That was the concert, Folsom Prison. In 1969.
No, it said San Quentin. He was at San Quentin.
Okay. Well, either way, that is available. That's one of my friend's shirts from Mad Apple.
Well, once you're inside,
really?
I don't think you can
that's
tell.
one of the things
Once
you
you're
can do.
inside,
Well, show it again.
I don't think you can tell the difference between San Quentin and Folsom. Yeah, not that I've ever been to either, but just saying.
I don't know. But you can visit Alcatraz, can't you?
Well,
I think Janine will know.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, there are a lot of historic jails that are open.
Now, there's a trip.
Killimangold in Dublin is a really interesting place to go. It's where the people who were, arrested for the Easter uprising were held, and it was a debtor's prison. It was centuries old. It's that, and that is a really cool tour, and you have to book that in advance because it fills up. But if you're interested in Irish history, that is a great place to visit.
I'm going on vacation and I'm going to prison. I think that's kind of a euphemism for a lot of people.
Is that what you feel about going on vacation, Jay? It's like prison.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're going to enjoy this damn vacation if I have to kill you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, taking the kids to Disney. You're going to have fun, darn it.
That's right. And we're staying here for 14 hours because it costs me so much money.
For it.
You know what? Right. That's how I felt trying to do Disney in 1 week. It's like, oh my God! It's like I just want to go back to my room and sleep.
Exactly.
We run. Yeah. We run. And you see all the kids crying and melting down, and the parents are like,
"Stop crying! You should be having a good time."
I paid $140 a ticket. Right. You will have fun now.
You will have fun.
Oh Lord,
that's right. That's right.
So we were talking off air about I'm trying to find some place to go with Marion, and somebody, I don't want to say who, told me that Miami might be a little too hipster for me. I'm trying to so I'm looking up definitions for hipster. Am I a hipster?
South Beach is too hipster for you.
South
Jay.
Beach might be a little too hipster.
Yeah,
but I kind of
well, you could visit and look and gawk.
But I kind of like the idea. The alternative was suggested that maybe go a little more upscale, find one of these hotels that has, a private section and a private peninsula on the beach. I like that idea, but I'm thinking that's going to be way out of my price range. I don't know. So
I don't know. You should talk to a travel advisor, Jay.
Right. I need that travel wizard. I need that wizard. So we'll work on that. I may give you a call.
Well, we're talking to Janine Quinn, who is our travel guru. Wizard. At storiedadventures.com. That's where she is. Right. If you wanted to check her out, Jason. Well, yeah.
Now you're still doing that. You're still doing that audio blog, right?
We do a Facebook Live show. Yes, okay. We do a Facebook Live show. I have a lot of things coming up, actually.
Well, tell us.
Yeah. So, I think I mentioned before that I have a private Facebook group for Gen X and young baby boomer women. It's called Women with Wanderlust Tribe. And we just announced our 2022 trips. So we're super excited. We're taking a small group to Costa Rica in February 2022. My partner Amy is going to England, the UK, Scotland, Wales, and England with a small group in May. And I am going to Italy, to Tuscany in October 22, which that trip is going to be amazing. So if anyone's interested, you do need to join the group, and it is for women only. But we'd love to.
Do you have to be of a certain age?
It is Gen X.
Gen X. What is that?
Yeah, and young baby boomers. So 40s to 60s. I don't want to exclude people, but that's the target for our group.
This will get me labeled a little creepy, but don't they need a grandfatherly type to protect them?
We can take care of ourselves.
Creep.
Thank you very much.
Really.
Ooh.
But that's fun, and we were working on that. And then
what's the name of that again? You got to say.
Sure, it's Women with Wanderlust Tribe.
I like
and that's
that.
a Facebook on just if you search for that, you'll find the group, and then just ask to join the group.
Women with Wanderlust Tribe. It's
tribe. Yes.
Tribe or tribe?
Tribe. TRIBE.
It's a tribe of women with wanderlust.
Exactly.
I like that.
That's exactly right.
That's just so
Okay.
cool.
Right.
So what else? You said you were going to do something else.
Oh, no, things are just getting busy. People are starting to think, I think we all, as people start to get the vaccine, people are feeling freedom. And I think you alluded to this before we went off the air, that the big news about Europe opening up this summer for U.S. tourists, which is amazing news.
Oh, man.
A lot of those countries, Italy, Greece, they are hurting. They really do. I don't think a lot of those people. Yeah, a lot of those companies could not survive another summer without tourists in general. But the U.S. tourist market is huge. So they really need the influx of tourists this summer.
I'm going to have to leave you guys, get back to the real job. It was always good to see you, Janine. I'm going to leave you and you and Bob here to enjoy the rest of the morning.
Well, you can go right out that door over there and dream of your vacation.
Should I feel like I'm being kicked now? You can go right out that door.
Slam me in the face. Yeah, no.
So,
not
that's
Thank
great.
you,
Enjoy.
Jason.
All right. Have a great morning, guys.
Thank you, Gino.
Bye, Jay.
Talk to you soon. Hey, so the European Union is opening up.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
they've said yesterday that it's likely, so they still have to kind of work. They have to work out the logistics of it. But the news report that I read, yes, that they voted to allow it. But then, of course, all the moving parts have to be put into place.
Sure.
In terms of whether or not they have a vaccine passport, which is very likely. They're planning to do it within Europe. Within the European Union, and I'm sure there's going to be some type of vaccine passport for U.S. citizens going abroad.
So you've got to make sure that you keep your vaccination proof. If you had your vote, that card or whatever, you've got to figure out what to do with it. Any suggestions? Should they laminate it?
No, well, I've read don't laminate.
Oh, don't laminate.
No, because you need, as you get boosters, they want to be able to keep it all in the same place. But I do think it will be some kind of digital passport. So a lot of companies are working to put together some kind of digital passport that's safe and secure, that really only includes your vaccine history versus all of your medical history, that type of thing. And it just makes more sense because they've talked about, you can forge those cards pretty easily.
Sure.
And then they have to recognize them in different countries. So you have to make sure that it's kind of a universally accepted vaccine passport. I think there's still some things that need to happen.
So they have to work it out. I took a picture of mine just in case. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I was surprised that they're going to use this thing that's written down that it kind of looks, geez, I would have had a lot of more fun in college earlier if I had, you can forge that kind of thing.
Right. Well, you have a lot of people working on finding a solution to that in the travel industry itself.
Right.
So because they're investing a ton of money into it because of course they need to. They need tourism to start again.
Right.
So you have like the IATA organization, which is about credentialing and things like that for selling travel, but they're investing a huge amount of money to find a way to come up with a reasonable travel passport that protects personal information, et cetera, that can be used easily across borders.
So look for that. And I am so thrilled. I paid $65 more. My passport needed to be renewed. And it said $65 for expedited. I got it in 3 weeks. Janine.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Unbelievable. So, because I heard the wait was like 2 or 3 months, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if I even want to go to Canada if they've ever open up, or Mexico, or just take a trip to Europe if they ever open up, and I don't have a passport. So check your passport to make sure that it is up to date. And if it isn't, I'd recommend that $65. Better to have your passport than not. And
yes, it is backed up. It is backed up, and so it's important. And also look at your kids' passports. If you still have kids at home, because especially under 16, they only last for 5 years. So just may take a look at that. It's taking a long time, and you have to remember too that you have to go in person to renew your kids' passports with both parents, if both parents are still living,
right.
Or we have to go with both parents. So it's a lot more involved, and it's taking a long time.
Janine, I have a question for you. Is it worth it if it's time to renew, to get both the card and the physical passport?
You can. You don't need to though. I use the card for things like cruises if they originate in the United States and things like that. Like I just have a passport, and I feel like that's all I need.
Yeah.
And also a reminder about Real ID. So that is coming due in October, and I read somewhere that only 30% of U.S. citizens have gotten the Real ID.
What is that?
You don't have yours?
What the heck is it?
It's
more
a federally
secure.
federally issued more secure ID.
Yes, and you have to go, and everyone has to get it to fly with. And if you don't have one, you need to use your passport to fly domestically.
Wait a minute. So where do I get this Real ID?
Oh, at the registry. And so there's just a few more steps to take, and you can tell the difference. If you don't have a little star on your license, you don't have a Real ID. And you have to provide more proofs of yourself, more proof of where you live, and I'm trying to think of the word, like just to prove who you are.
You have to. Oh, really? So
yes.
What would can I show myself on camera or something? And have to
No, I think you have to bring like some type of utility bill.
Yes.
Your social security card, I think. And if you look on the Mass RMV website, they give you the criteria for things you need to bring with you.
Okay.
But I had to renew last year, and I completely forgot about it. And I was on vacation in Florida when my license expired. So I had to renew online, which was great because it renewed.
Can you do that? Can you do this online?
You cannot right now. You cannot do a Real ID online.
No. And and also just something to keep in mind. So when my daughter got her license, I wanted her to get the Real ID.
Sure.
But of course, she doesn't have an electric bill. She doesn't have any bills or anything to prove where she lives. So I needed to get a letter from her school to say that she goes to school there, and that they, you know what I mean? Like, and that they gave her address. So they took that as proof instead of having a bill. So that's just something to keep in mind. You have to think about that for your kids as well.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm looking at my driver's license. I have a little heart there. And then there's this hologram of a bird in flight, and that's it.
Don't show your license. Don't show your license.
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, all right.
Because we're on TV, right? You don't want to show your license number, Bob.
Oh, geez. Thank you.
It's just Bob.
It's just me. What the heck? No. I've been impersonated by the very best.
And they say if a lot of people are taking pictures with their vaccine card, don't do that either, because it has your birthday on it and things like that. So
I got it. Hey, before the break, I was saying that I found this article, and I wonder if you'd heard of AutoSlash. It's a platform that searches for rental car deals. Did you know that?
I have worry about all those places.
AutoSlash.
I know. So I just, again, like I think we've talked about this before, all the online travel companies, I'm sure most of them are legitimate. I know that most of them are legitimate, but also you just have to think about service, and it ends up being more complicated at the end of the day. So I feel like you get what you pay for.
Okay.
It's hard the problem with a lot of these sites, even like booking.com and hotels.com.
Yeah.
If something goes bad, like 90% of the time it goes good, but if something goes bad, customer service is non-existent or usually hard to find.
Right, exactly. That's true. I mean, absolutely true. And so I think I've said this before too, that if you book flights as they start to bump people off the flights,
right,
the people who get bumped first are when you buy through third party. So if you buy directly through the
They
airline,
appreciate
you're
their
less
own,
likely.
Yeah,
Yes,
they appreciate their own customers. Yeah,
exactly first.
So
just
if you're
something to keep
flying
in mind.
Delta, you would you're flying Delta, so you buy from Delta. If
Mm-hmm.
I bought from Friendship Tours in Pocatello, Idaho.
Right. No, not necessarily. So if Friendship Tours put together a package for you and they bought a group air from Delta, they still were buying from Delta. Right. So Friendship Tours would be responsible for making sure that you get on the plane, all those things. But I'm thinking more like Expedia.
Cheapo Air.
Like that.
Yeah.
Cheapo Air. It's something like that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because I fly them all the time.
Yeah.
Cheapo Air?
Yeah, Cheapo Air is my go-to.
Yeah.
Figures.
Being cheapo, I'm going to go to Cheapo Air. Yeah. Interesting. This is what it says here about this AutoSlash. In lieu of hunting yourself, you can use AutoSlash, which uses rental car company coupons and discount codes to sort through search results that it says would take consumers considerable time. The free service also uses things like wholesale store and airline frequent flyer program memberships and affiliations with organizations like the American Automobile Association and AARP to find deals. The service then tracks the rental to ensure it remains the best value, emailing travelers to rebook in the event of a price drop. There are, of course, transit alternatives. Oh, it goes on to say there's rideshare services. And did you know that there are folks? You might try this, Peter. There are companies. There's a company called Turo, Turo, that acts like Airbnb for cars, allowing individuals to list their vehicles for rent on a platform where
That's even scarier.
Yeah, where choices range from $20 a day older subcompacts to luxury cars like a Lamborghini in Miami for more than $1,000 a day. Vehicle owners set the terms for things like daily mileage limits. Turo, how do you like that?
Yeah, that's
you ever heard of
interesting.
that?
But that is, I have. But it's the sharing economy, and younger people love that.
Oh,
they love it.
Yeah.
So I have an idea for you, Bob, in terms of flights. I know you're looking for the best deal, which is awesome. So if you go to Google Flights, you can set a flight that you want to keep your eye on, and Google will notify you if the price changes. So say you want to fly from Boston to Iceland, you put that in and Google will come back with, so the price dropped $100 or whatever it is. So it helps you to jump on, because as you know, the prices on airlines, they fluctuate daily, hourly, based on demand on a 1,000 different things that we don't even know.
Yeah.
So if you're able to keep an eye on it, you could pounce when a good deal becomes available, and you could actually fly Icelandic Air instead of, you know what I mean, and go through the actual airline.
Sure. We're going to take a break, but again, would you tell everybody again that thing that we need with our license? It's called a what?
It's called the Real ID.
A Real ID, and you get
Real
it at
ID.
the DMV.
Yes,
right.
yes. So you just Google it, and actually, I have a blog post coming up this week about it. So
you can go to
if you wanna check
StoreyAdventures.
Yeah, but you can also just Google it. It's coming due in October, so people need to take
October. Okay, alrighty. We're taking care of this right now, so I'm not going to be running away. I can just see us.
Sure, well, you don't want to show up at the airport unaware.
Have you ever going to the airport and said, "You've got the airline tickets, don't you, James?" And James says, "No, you have the airline tickets." I don't have the airline tickets.
Bob, I have an app for that.
What is it called?
I know. Now it's digital, so you don't need an airline ticket, so that's nice.
Oh, yeah. It's exactly right. But, oh, my God, it's always...
You can always have reprint your boarding pass, too.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. And I do something with my hands when I am in foreign countries as I'm arriving, and I'm going... Where's the passport? Where's the passport?
Bob gives up his wallet.
Oh, God. Where's the wallet? Where's the passport? Here's the wallet.
You have to put it in the same pocket every time in your carry-on. Every single time. That's my advice. That's my one piece of advice for the day.
Yeah, exactly. You have it in the same space. I know where mine is at all time. Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. So, everybody, I'll remember April. Yes, I'll Remember April this year. I've got to play Sarah Vaughan's version of I'll Remember April. It's over. Next week is May, the lusty month of May. So here's I'll Remember April by Sarah Vaughan.
So say goodbye to all we've ever had. Alone where we have walked together, I'll remember April and be glad. Be content to love you once in April. Your lips were warm and love and spring was new. I'm not afraid. But amid her sorrow, I'll remember April and you. The fire will dwindle in the glowing ashes. The flame will last but a little while. I won't forget, and I won't be lonely. I'll remember April and be glad.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday, April 27th, 2021 and counting, and
Hey, Bob, some programming notes.
Yes, tell me.
Kenny is celebrating his, 150th rant?
Oh, my word.
This morning with classic rants that he sent to me. There's like half a dozen of them.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'll stick around for a while to hear some of those, for sure.
And Harry Rock has Michael McCabe on as his guest this week.
Michael McCabe, Captain Michael. He's running for mayor.
Retired Captain McCabe.
Yeah.
Yes, he's running for mayor.
Yeah, interesting. Well, he's a great
Oh, no,
guy.
sorry. Wait a minute. No, he's got Don Humison on this week.
Oh.
He had Michael McCabe on last month.
Oh, okay. So he's got the other candidate for mayor.
Yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
Okay. Gotcha. Hey, and next week, I think we're off, aren't we? Because,
yes, we are, because I'm going to be in Texas.
So I have a suggestion.
South Padre Island, Janine.
Nice. Oh, that's nice. That'd be good. What are you doing? Just relaxing? Going down to relax?
Mostly to relax. I'm kind of bummed because Starship may fly this Friday.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
But so I'll either be seeing one standing there or a pile of debris when I go down there to check out the SpaceX area. But I need a break badly.
Yeah. Pete, I'm super curious. What do you think about the space tourism thing? I mean,
I think that's really cool. And if Starship does finally get human rated, they'll be able to carry 90 to 100 passengers at a time. So it could become affordable.
Right.
Affordable.
Right.
Yes, affordable.
Oh my God!
They're talking about Starship eventually replacing airliners.
Wow!
Because you could get if it's really reusable.
Would you ever do that?
Well, think about New York to Australia, in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Because you're suborbital.
I would go. I'd go into space. Yes.
Absolutely.
If I had the opportunity, absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have to think. They probably gonna have rules about who can go and who can't go. I mean, if you have to depend on depends, you're not going to be going to space. Well, maybe you are. And now that I think about those spacesuits.
And the other thing,
right, exactly.
Boca Chica, Texas is going to become very busy in South Padre Island because SpaceX was just awarded $2.4 billion from NASA to come up with a lunar version of the Starship already. They're still in testing.
Wowee.
And they've been given that kind of money to come up with a lunar version of it. That'll be the lander for the next moon mission.
Wow.
And they can get it done by 2024.
Wowee.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
It's amazing when you bring private companies in, like how fast things can happen.
Yeah.
We're in the second golden age of space.
I'm telling you. And those spacesuits that they have, SpaceX spacesuits.
Aren't they cool?
Oh, gosh. They were designed by some kind of Hollywood costume designer.
Yeah, aren't they cool, though?
Yeah, they're really cool.
The first time one of those flew is when they did the Falcon Heavy test mission.
Uh-huh.
And they sent Elon Musk cherry red Tesla up.
Oh,
and
I
sitting in the
this.
driver's seat was the prototype version of the suit, and they had all kinds of sensors inside. It was the first time they could actually test it in space.
Oh, they're really. I wouldn't mind wearing one on Earth.
Isn't it cool?
Really, they're really.
It looks like the suits from 2001 almost.
Oh, they're terrific. At any rate, hey, so next week, Peter, I got a suggestion. Why don't we play? If you tune in next week, you get to hear me. I hope around a common table with the show. There are a couple of shows that we've taped already with the chaplains from Westfield State, and there are two particular shows on Easter and Ramadan that are really wonderful, and we have a great guest list, which includes Father Warren Savage and Sheikh Mirza Yawa Beg.
I'll see what I can do about that,
yeah,
Bob.
Yeah, that would be so great. And also Reverend Nancy Strout. And they're really fun and they're informative, and I suggest that. So, hey, travel trivia. You ready for some travel trivia?
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I hope.
All
I
right.
know.
Okay. True or false? All right. Both of you, listen carefully. All right. True or false? Pack camels in the Middle East are outfitted with phosphorescent harnesses that glow in the dark.
I'll say true.
I would say true.
Absolutely true. Deer on the Florida Keys are about the size of collie dogs. Deer on the Florida Keys are about the size of collie dogs. Come here, little Bimby.
Dear.
I would
false.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you, false.
No, that's true.
Oh, is it really?
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Kids outnumber grown-ups 3-1, 3.5 to 1 at Disneyland. Kids.
True.
True.
No. It's false.
Yeah,
Grown-ups outnumber kids 3.5 to 1 at Disneyland. Do you believe it? Isn't that incredible?
It is incredible.
Yeah. All right. Here's a question for you. What is the only elephant that can be taught to stand on its head?
The only elephant? Like type of elephant? I don't know different types of elephants.
No, I read
Persian?
No. I'm sorry. I read the question wrong. Can an elephant?
Oh.
Can an
say
elephant
yes.
stand on its head?
Yes.
I would say no.
The answer is yes, and it's the only animal that can do that. How does an elephant with all that weight stand on its head?
I know. It can't be, I don't know. It can't be good.
Unbelievable.
Them keep making them stand on its head.
Yeah. Okay. Wagon trains in the Old West. All right. How many miles in a 7-day week did they travel? Did they travel 100 miles, 400
7
miles?
days?
7 days. 100 miles, 400 miles, or 1,000 miles? 7 days.
I would say 100.
I would say 400.
100. They would only travel from here to Boston in a day.
Oh, true.
In 7 days?
400.
400 then.
400. No, Janine, you were right the first time. It's 100. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Wow. It seemed like it would be slow going because you'd have even though you have horses, you'd have the big wagon and all the stuff.
Oh, I'm telling you, you're exactly right. You know, it's a wonder the West ever got settled.
Yeah. Well, there were no roads, too. You think there were no roads. So they just
There's a lot of towns where wagon trains broke down, and that's where they settled.
Yeah. What's the coldest lake in the United States? Is it Lake Erie, Lake Michigan, or Lake Tahoe?
Tahoe.
Michigan.
Peter, you're right. Lake Tahoe.
Tahoe.
Why did you say that?
Elevation.
Really?
Oh, true. That's true. Good point.
Really?
Yep. Elevation and depth.
Is Lake Tahoe the name of the town, or is it in Santa Fe? Why do I connect it with Santa Fe?
I have no idea.
Is Lake Tahoe in New Mexico? Lake Tahoe is New Mexico, isn't it?
No, it's in Nevada. Well, it's on the border of California and Nevada. It borders both states.
Why did I connect it with Mexico? Honest to God, all these years I thought it was in New Mexico. At any rate, okay. What did archaeologists find in ancient tombs in Egypt? Okay.
Oh.
Was it honey? Was it iron ore? Was it strawberries?
Actually, not this one. Honey.
Honey.
How do you know that?
Because that's one of the few things that can survive that long a period without decomposing.
Oh.
Because it's a very pure substance.
Okay.
And I learned that
from
Jessica Martin.
Wow.
Because she actually mentioned on one of your shows, Bob.
Oh, really?
Yes.
True or false? Key West is closer to Havana than to Miami.
True.
Yes.
True. Absolutely true. It's strange. How far? You can travel to the
90 miles, I think.
Yeah, it's very close.
90 miles. My God, if you were a wagon train, you could, and you were going to there, you'd probably get there quicker than on a boat than you would if you were on a wagon train back in the day. Wouldn't that be true?
A wagon train?
A wagon train, it would take a wagon train. It's 100 miles took 7 days.
True.
You could take a boat over there, right? 90 miles on a boat goes much faster.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Definitely. All right. The New England states have almost never had a serious earthquake, at least not since the Ice Age. The New England states have never had a serious earthquakes, at least not since the Ice Age.
Originating here or felt here?
Well, we use the word had, so it would be.
So that'd be originating here.
Originating here.
That would be true.
I guess I'll say true.
Well, you're going to go with the definitive answer, Peter. Why would you say that?
Because although we have a fault line here that runs right up the Connecticut River Valley, it's generally been inactive, and the only major earthquake in the continental United States since here has been in the Midwest. Although it was felt here, and the one in around Washington, D.C. was felt here, we have not had one originate here since the Ice Ages.
Unbelievable. Look at how
interesting.
Smart. Look at how smart.
That's one of those things that I kind of like fascinating.
He is so smart.
Did you know that the Brick Library at UMass
Yeah.
was built on the fault line, and that's why it's never been completely utilized, because they felt that the building does have shifts in it because it's built on a fault line. They didn't even know it back then when they built it, but that building was only about half utilized because of that fact.
Incredible.
I know that because my aunt used to work in that building, and
Yeah.
I had an office there at one point when I was a student.
And you could feel the building shift.
No, you couldn't, but the engineers knew that it was shifting a little bit because it was built on a fault line that they didn't know of.
Wow.
Before they had better equipment.
Amazing. Well, let's give the winning ticket to Janine Queenan, because she's our guest.
No, I didn't
and
really
you
win,
get to, you're going to spend the weekend in Ludlow. Enjoy it.
Nice, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, hey, and we thank you. If anybody wants to catch up with Janine, you can find her at storiedadventures.com and check out Women with Wanderlust Tribe on Facebook so that you can travel with Janine if you feel like you'd like to. We'll see you next month, Janine. You're always so much fun to have. You've been in Paris in April. Have you ever been to Paris in April?
I have.
There's nothing like Paris in April. There's nothing like April in Paris. Hey, everybody, here's Count Basie's great version of April in Paris. Classic. We'll see you soon.